to the live stream. We're gonna be live streaming Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, all that good and fun stuff. And
Hmm.
man, so how's your morning so far or afternoon now for you, David?
Been great, man. It's been a great day. It's what is today? Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah, yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesdays are great days, guys. Every day is a great day when we get the opportunity to serve others, especially during this great tax season. So welcome everybody.
Oh wow, we have a college student from the San Francisco Bay Area up the street from me, via the program, huh? Studying to become an enrolled agent. That's always
Yes,
great.
congrats.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, Clarissa. Thank you, let us know where you're following us from, whether you're connected on one of our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or here on the Zoom platform. Um, but yeah, welcome everybody, welcome David and team, and hope everybody's tax season is going great. I know it's been a somewhat of a rough start this year, but it looks like everything has been picking up. Let us know where you're
Just know where
following
you're
us from.
from.
All right. From Modesto. Nice. That's, yeah, still close to us. I don't know. I usually get a lot of questions of where we're based out of. People, I guess because they associate us with our Latino Tax Fest. They think we're based out of Las Vegas, but we're based out of Salinas, California, actually. So California is definitely, especially this Bay Area, the inland. We're very familiar with it. Massachusetts. Oh, there we go. Welcome. Shalimar. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, and I
Shalimar.
apologize. Yeah, I apologize if I butchered your name.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Are you ready to start?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Are
I
we
like
are we
confirmation.
live on the
We're
groups
we're
too?
live. Yeah, we're live. Say hi, David.
What's up, everybody? Welcome.
Yeah. So let's do this. So if you're ready, we're a minute over. As people start progressing, thank you for joining us today. My name is Vicente Hernandez here with Latino Tax Pro Sales Manager, and today we have our good friends from Tax Maverick, and the man David Perez,
Let's go.
CEO of Tax Maverick. How many of you have heard of David? David, you're going to do a little introduction here. I don't know if you want to do a quick shout out before we actually officially get started.
Yeah, well, first off, thank you, everybody. I'll tell you a little bit about myself in just a few minutes, but thank you guys for joining us today. Vicente, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to these beautiful people during a busy tax season. I know their time is valuable, so I definitely want to deliver today. So, welcome, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, David. So I know today you have a lot of great information. I mean, our topic right now, we have how to make 25,000 a week with
Yep.
the tax advisory services. And one of the best things about that is that we as tax professionals, we already have a book of clients, whether it's only one or 500 clients, depending on how many you do. I've heard up to 1,000. I think we even have our own personnel that does over 1,100 returns. So tax season, I'm like, man, bro, when do you even go home? Do you
Hey,
even go
that's
home?
true, right?
So I think here now you have this opportunity to open up the another line of revenue in addition to tax preparation services, if that's what you're doing, or looking into expanding and growing your business. And we have David Perez here, whom actually can help us out with that. So we're looking forward to this, David, the information that you have for us today.
Right.
If you want to start pulling up your screen, I know
I
you have
got
a
it.
presentation for us. For everybody and all of you watching and tuning in, whether it's here on the Zoom platform, social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. Submit your questions in the chat. I will submit them to David. Everybody else that's in here, you can submit your questions directly, and David has a team that's working relentlessly to answer these questions. Please use the Q&A box. This will help us and allow us to keep track of the questions. Any other comments or anything else you'd like to express in the comment section, please feel free to use that. Other than that, David, the floor is all yours, or the screen is all yours,
Thank,
I guess in this
thank,
case.
thank you so much, Vicente, and thank you to Latino Tax Pros and Latino Tax Fest for always putting on a great event, always giving you the opportunity to serve this community. So, in the chat, I know some of you are just coming in. Drop where you're from in the chat, okay? Drop where you're from in the chat. I'd love to know what state you're coming in from, what city, if you want to put that. I would love to see where everybody's from. You know, knowing where you're from also tells me how much opportunity there is, right? For those of you in California, which we lovingly call Taxifornia, there are more clients than ever before looking for somebody to help them save on their taxes. And today, what I'm going to be sharing with you is how you can do that for your clients. How do you become an advisor, a tax advisor, somebody who helps their clients save taxes this year and moving forward by growing your business? So welcome from California, Erica. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Delia, welcome. Clarissa, thank you so much for joining us today. If you're coming in and you're jumping in, please, of course, introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from. That's a great way to begin the day. So without further ado, let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. Yeah, screen 2. There you go. Cool. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me now. I'm going to set the expectations for today. Okay, so we're going to be going for about, I would say, 75 minutes. Now, we have probably scheduled for 60, but really I felt like I had to give you a lot today. And I told Vicente, is it okay? He said, yes. So please, if you guys got something scheduled right at the end of the hour, push it out back right now. Just tell everybody, hey, I'm going to be a few minutes late because today what I'm going to learn and what you're going to learn, or I want to show you what you're going to learn is how to build an advisory business, which is one of the fastest growing segments of the tax industry. And I want to share that with you here today. So welcome everybody. So what's the real reason, what brought you here today? Is it because you want to grow your tax practice? Is it because you have a few clients that maybe owe taxes, you want to help them? Maybe you want to get knowledge and skills that go beyond the tax preparation or bookkeeping. Maybe you heard about this and you're saying, I want to make more money in my tax practice. Maybe this is you. In the chat, does that anybody say I in the chat? Does any of those, sound like you or resemble you? Because many times I meet tax professionals who want to grow their business, who want to make more money, who really want to find the next level for them and their clients, but they just don't know where to start. So today, what I'm going to be sharing with you is how you build a 25K a week tax advisory business. And I want you to think about this, okay? So imagine this, okay? This is hard because most of the time, and I'll tell you my journey in just a little bit, most of the time we get sucked into tax season thinking that people don't want to pay, people are going to shop us, tax returns, or, you can't charge so much for. But imagine a business right now that was making and generating $25,000 a week. Imagine what your business would look like. Imagine what your life would look like. Would you have more help? Would you have people in your offices or people working with you remotely helping you file returns? Would you have more freedom of time? Would you have the ability to say, I'll get to that tomorrow or the following day? Would you have the ability to just really control and dictate your schedule? Would you have the ability to say no to clients that you really don't want to take on but have to because you need the money? If you believe those are things that you want in your business, I want you to imagine all of that being possible when you can make more money. So today what I want to do is I want to help you. If you're a CPA, an EA, a bookkeeper, a tax pro, an attorney, or even a tax professional, in the chat, by the way, drop what are you? Are you an EA? Are you CPA, tax professional, bookkeeper? What do you identify as, right? What best describes you in the chat? I would love to see. Now, you are in the right training though, okay? Now to kick off this training, and thank you for commenting, CPA, EA, tax pro, good, thank you, cool. All right, to kick off the training, I want to ask a few questions. Now these questions are super important to the success of this training to you, okay? So let's work together. So I always get this question, right? Because people tell me, David, I want to work with advisory clients, but there's just not any in my area. I don't know anybody who can benefit from tax savings. Most of my clients are just not that person. Okay, fine. But how many people are there in the United States that could benefit from tax advisory, which is tax saving strategies? How many could benefit? So here's a question for you. In the chat, I want you to drop which one you think, okay? So how many tax advisory clients are there in the United States? Is there less than 5 million? More than 5 million, but less than 20 million, more than 20 million, but less than 50 million, or more than 50 million? A, B, C, or D? Drop it in the chat. Which one do you think it is? Let's see. I'm going to see what everybody's guessing here. Or maybe some of you actually know. Let's see. Where's the chat? Let me draw the chat over here because this is where it'll help me. Cool. I see D's. I see some A's. I see some F, I mean, not F, E. I'm making it up now. I see a B. There you go. A lot of D's. Wow. Okay. So a lot of you are saying D. Well, let's see what the stats tell us. Okay. Here are the stats. So there's 165 million taxpayers in the United States. Okay. That was in 2023. 165 million taxpayers. Of that 165 million, 14.5 million of them are high income earners. These are people who make more than 200K. Okay. Of that 165 million, 33 million are small business owners and self-employed individuals. Now, not all of them make a bunch of money. Most small businesses don't make a bunch of money, but could we agree that most small business owners want to do everything they can to avoid paying taxes? And if that's the case, then most of them are qualified advisory clients because they will pay. High net worth individuals, that's 5.3 million, which that 5.3 million indicates that these are just people who are investors. They invest to make money. They put money in real estate or oil and gas, or they put money in businesses that they don't actually run. They just invest and they get returns. That's 5.3 million of them. And the last group, the individuals facing a financial event, makes up 12.4 million, which this is a group that you all have met. And I know this might even be you. These are people who inherit a lot of money one year. These are people who sell their business or who get a life insurance policy or some sort of, cash withdrawal, win a lawsuit, win the lottery, have some sort of big financial event in their life. And they're like, I don't want to pay taxes on this. They're retiring. That's a good one as well. All of these people have a need for someone to help them with tax advisory. This totals to 65.2 million people, which that's a huge number, which equates to out of 10 people, 4 of them, if you walk down the street and you see 10 people, 4 of them will need an advisor at some point this year. They will have a tax bill. They will have something to struggle with. And I'll tell you a little bit later in this presentation about where you can find these clients. But just truthfully, think about all the people you've met in your life that have paid taxes. You know they have. They just don't talk about it, but they have to. They make money. So there is a huge market for tax advisory right now, and it's going to grow. So a question in the chat, yes or no? Do you believe that there will be some major changes to the tax code in 2025? Yes or no? What do you think? I see a bunch of yeses. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. Now, is that a good or a bad thing? In the chat, is it good or bad? Let's see what people say. A resounding, I see a good. I see yes. How about good or bad? I see good. I see good. I see can go either way. Okay, it depends, right? But let's be positive, okay? Let's be very positive. And this is why we're here today, because we have this positive energy. But think about it this way. When change happens, this causes confusion. When people are confused, they have questions. When people have questions, what do? They look for somebody to give the answers. So is that person, when that person says, I want to make a change, I need help, is it going to be you? You see, many of you will encounter a client at some point in the next 12 months. It's going to ask you this question. What am I going to do, or what's going to change for me? Should I be buying real estate? Should I make these investments? What am I going to do to not make these to pay these taxes? Now, again, the bill may depend. Like some people may owe 5,000, some people may 500,000. Like that's a different story, right? But there are going to be people, and I want to know: is that going to be you? Are you going to be the expert, or are you going to be the advisor that I take clients from all the time? I take tax advisory clients from high-powered CPAs every day, because what happens is the client says, I saw this video about how to pay my kids. I saw this video on how to rent my house. I saw this video on how to contribute to my retirement account. I saw, and then they call their current tax professional, and their tax professional is like, I don't know, man. It seems a little iffy. Man, that might be too crazy. That's a little risky, or I'm not sure. I'll get back to you. I'll call you later, and never calls back. I don't know what to do. And I'm just telling you, this is like 99% of tax professionals today are scared of giving advice because they don't know if they're giving the right advice. You see, clients will be looking for a tax advisor, somebody they can work with, somebody who can navigate the change. And maybe that will be you. But maybe there's something holding you back. Maybe you believe, and I think, that you need some credentials. So here's a question. What certification or designation do you need to have to be a tax advisor? Is it A, you have to be a certified public accountant, B, an enrolled agent, C, a bachelor's degree in accounting, D, a master's degree in accounting, E, 10 years of tax filing experience, F, none of the above, or G, all of the above? Which one do you need to be a tax advisor? Be real in the chat. What do you think? I see some F's, I see some G's, I see a D. Okay. I see a lot of F's though. So the answer is F, none of the above. In fact, there is no formal designation given by the IRS for tax advisory. Like there's no one at the IRS that's going to say, you are now a tax advisor. There's nothing. In fact, what I consider tax advisory is what I would call information brokering. You take information, which is the tax code, and you broker that information, use it to apply to a client situation, and they pay you in exchange. You see, most tax professionals don't lack the credentials to become a tax advisor. What they lack is confidence and clarity. So let me give you an example. Maybe you have helped clients save money on their taxes, but you didn't know how to explain it, so you didn't charge for it. Or maybe you've been asked by a client to help them with some sort of strategy, maybe depreciation or paying kids or something, and you were like, nah, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, so you just shied away from it. Or maybe you just don't know how much to charge. You're confident doing that. Is anybody here say me? Anybody's like, I just don't know what to charge, David. Like I feel like I don't know. Like what is it, like $100? Is it $1,000? Is it $5,000? Is it a percentage of savings? Is it an hourly rate? Is the strategy done? Does anybody feel like that? I mean, that's how I started. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. You see, there are 700,000 tax professionals right now. 700,000, and all of them are focused right now on tax. Tax season, tax season, filing returns, filing returns, filing returns. So what I'm going to ask you here today, look, I don't want you to be part of the 700,000. In fact, I want to help you get to the 1%, the 1% group that is focused on advisory. So if you could, right, if you could just give me a little bit of your time today, I'm going to show you how you can grow into this new opportunity, something completely different, something that will change the game for you, your business, your family, your clients, and everybody in between. Okay, but I need you to be with me. You got put with me in the chat if you're with me on this. Okay, drop with me. Okay, I just want to make sure you're with me. All right, exactly. Thank you. With me. Awesome. Okay, cool. So here's the deal. Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, says you can't rely on what worked in the past or what worked before, which is what you've done in the past has gotten you this far. But everything around us is constantly changing. The way we do business, just to be clear, is changing. If you want to succeed, you need to stay ahead of the curve, which means you've got to get ahead of change. You don't want to be part of change. You want to be ahead of the change. You want to know that something's coming around. And I bet some of you have been a part of changes that have come out like you're like, hey, I was doing that 2 years ago. I was doing that 10 years ago. Some of you have said that, but didn't take advantage of the opportunity. So, like, I like to think about it this way. This is how I see it. The ones who win aren't just keeping up. Like, they're not just people just doing. They're setting the pace. They're getting ahead. They're staying ahead. They're adapting first, and they make everyone else have to play catch up. That is what advisors are doing. They're getting so far ahead of regular tax pros. They're getting so far ahead of regular CPAs. They're getting so far because the designation doesn't matter. And they're playing catch up. People have to play catch up. So, who's ready to transform their business in 2025? Drop 2025 in the chat if you guys are ready for me to break it down. Drop 2025 in the chat. All right, look at that. 2025. Perfect. Okay. So here's the agenda today, okay? We're going to cover about how to find tax advisory clients. Then we're going to talk about what strategies to use. Then we're going to talk about how do you make money with tax strategies. And then we're going to talk about the habits of the 1% of tax advisors and top it all off with a Q&A today. So today I'm going to show you how to generate more money per client, attract only the right clients, and only give the right advice or get the right knowledge to give the right advice so you don't have to waste your time. So if you're ready to become a go-to tax advisor who's making 10, 20, 50, or even $100,000 a year, I mean, a month, I mean, I'm shortchanging you. This training's for you. So here's a quick test in the chat. True or false, you need to be a CPA or have a lot of certifications to become a tax advisor. True or false? You need. Okay, false, correct. Okay, cool. Yes or no? The tax advisory market is going to explode with opportunities due to the new Congress. What do you think? True or false? Or yes or no, rather. Yes or no? Yes, perfect. Okay. True or false? 40% of taxpayers are going to need a tax advisor every year. True or false? There we go. True, true. Cool. All right. Now, this is a trick one. You guys tell me. Knowledge is easier to get than ever before. AI and technology can be the shortcut you need to move fast. Yes or no? Cool. All right. So you guys are already ready to use AI technology, right? I'm going to show you some technology here today to help give you the shortcut. But before I get there, you probably wonder who this guy is yelling at you. That right there is me and Carlos Lopez. Carlos Lopez, if you guys don't know who Carlos is, I don't know where you guys have been because this guy's a stud. He is the founder of Latino Tax Pros. He's the guy behind Latino Tax Fest. He's the guy. Reason we're all here today is because this dude has brought us together. Now, Carlos and I have been good friends for probably 10 years. And when I met Carlos, I was in the tax preparation business. I was preparing taxes for thousands of clients. In fact, I got into taxes in 2008, and by 2020, my business had filed over 50,000 tax returns. And I met Carlos when I was in the middle of all that. I was growing my business. I was going for the moon because, what I thought for a long time, and probably you've thought this too, is that more clients equals more success. More clients equals more money. More equals more. And in 2020, the world got flipped upside down. When COVID hit, I realized something, that my growing, thriving, successful business wasn't as good as I thought. And the reason is because the majority of my business was dependent upon people coming to my office and dropping off paperwork and coming in and meeting with us and using all my extra services like insurance and credit repair and taxes and payroll and bookkeeping. I mean, I was doing all this stuff. And when COVID hit, I didn't know what to do. The world shut us down. I had to start meeting all my clients virtually. And in 2020, I was scared. Anybody scared in 2020 about their business? How long have you guys been in business? Was anybody impacted like me? I was super scared. Now I was scared not for my life. I was scared for my business, my livelihood, because all my clients were low income, W-2, EIC, Schedule C, small business owners who relied on me to come into the office, and I couldn't get them to come to the office. So what did I do? I said, I've got to pivot. So I went online and I said, everybody meet me online. And then my team was like, hey, well, if we're going to tell people to meet us online, why don't we market online? And I said, exactly, let's market online. So when I started to market in 2020, I went online, I went virtual, and I started to meet people from all over the country. And it was weird because I didn't want to, because for an example, if somebody from California would have reached out to me in 2020, I would have told them I can't help you because I've never filed a California state return. I was nervous. I was scared. So when people would reach out to me, I'd be like, you know what? If you're not from Texas, like where I'm from, I would say, hey, we can't help you because I was afraid. I don't know about you guys, but I don't, I kind of feel silly admitting this, but just didn't know a lot. I don't. By the way, I'm not a CPA. I'm not an EA. I'm not an accountant by trade. Like that wasn't me. So I was scared. So anytime somebody would meet me or come on and ask for us to help them, if they were from any other state besides Texas, I would tell them to get away. Like I can't help them. Well, one day in late March, a guy gets through our marketing and gets on my calendar. And I realized as soon as we hopped on the Zoom call like this, that he was from Florida. Now, I didn't know, I'm be honest, I didn't even know that Florida didn't have a state return. I just knew that I didn't want to help anybody outside of the state. So I say to him, I'm about to tell him that I can't help him. But then he says to me, David, I just need your help with an SBA application and file a return. Now, back then, I was helping people file their SBA applications because I learned how to do that. And so I was helping this guy, and I started to say, okay, I'll help you with the SBA. So I get his 2 tax returns from the prior year because I need those to fill out the application. And immediately, I see something that stood out to me. Now, this guy paid $100,000 in taxes, which is crazy to me because most of my clients at the time didn't even make $100,000. For somebody to pay that kind of money was crazy to me. So I look over at his returns. I say, hey, man, I see something here. Now, are anybody here a tax junkie or a tax pro? So when you file a return and you use the form Schedule C, typically you're going to pay a tax on that return. Does anybody know what kind of tax you pay on Schedule Cs? Okay. Anybody know what tax you're going to pay on a Schedule C? Let's see here. Anybody got it? SE tax. Perfect. Okay. So my tax junkies are here. Jalissa, Shalimar. Okay, cool. So you guys, When you pay self-employment tax, what's a good way to avoid self-employment tax for my tax junkies? What's a good way to avoid self-employment tax? Right? There's one way to do it. It's very simple. You form an S corp. That's right. Correct. So you form an S corp to avoid self-employment tax because S corps don't pay self-employment tax. You get to pay yourself a payroll. It's the easiest way to avoid payroll taxes. Okay. It's an awesome way to do it. Now, I knew this because I had formed an S corp just a few years prior, and that's what I did to avoid paying taxes, self-employment. So when I looked at his return, I said, "Hey man, I can help you." And he says, "Okay, how do you help?" And I said, "I could do this S corp thing." And he says to me, "How much would you charge me?" I say $1,500. Okay. And immediately the guy says to me, "How do I pay you?" And I said, I don't know. Hold on. And I had never met a person on a Zoom call who was going to pay me $1,500. And I had never done anything for this guy yet. I hadn't done anything. He's ready to pay me. And I scramble. I go to QuickBooks. I create an invoice. I send it to him and he pays me $1,500 on the spot. When he did that, it was one of the craziest feelings of my life because for years I would beg people to pay me. Like, you think you could take care of the bill? Anybody been there? You think you could take care of this? Is there any way that we could get this taken care of today? Anybody chasing clients for money? This guy paid me $1,500 like crazy. It was so easy. So I said to myself, man, people are going to pay me to help them with things that aren't about filing returns. So the next client, I said, "Hey, just bring anybody on the next call." So I got another guy from California, another guy from New York, another guy from Michigan. And I started to talk to people when I was doing S Corp elections. And if they would ask me anything, they're, "Oh, I heard about paying kids." I'd be like, "I'll figure that out." And I would figure it out, charge them 15, 2,000, 5,000. And I started to make a lot of money. In fact, over the next 12 months, I made over $1 million with 83 clients. 83 clients, I made $1 million. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because to make $1 million, with tax preparation, for me, it took 4,000 clients. So in the chat, would you rather have 83 or 4,000 clients? Which would you rather have? So I said 83 is awesome, by the way. I don't know about you guys. And so at that point in my life, I said, man, I've got to do more of this. So I decided to focus more of my attention on advisory because it was making me more money with less clients. And what I did over the next 2 years is I developed this process and this system to offer advisory, to get new clients, to really become valuable to the new people that I was serving. And I never looked back. And today, I'm one of the most sought after tax advisors in the country. And today I want to share with you the formula that I created to do this so you could do it too. I want you to become the tax advisor that people are looking for because I'm on a mission to transform this tax industry. I believe that this is not a compliance world. This is not about doing books and damn tax returns for the rest of our lives. We can have a true impact because there's more than enough clients out there. And I want you to do this with me. Who's with me? Say with you, David. You guys ready? Can I help you grow your business now? Are you guys ready? This is all for you. I'm telling you. All right, let me get some water and get warmed up here. By the way, I'm gonna call you guys out a little bit in the chat. When I say in the chat, you guys comment, okay? I see some of you, not everybody. And the reason I'm telling you this, here's the deal. Energy is transferred, it's not created. What that really means is if you really, most of you show up to webinars and are like bored out of your mind. Most of you show up to webinars, people aren't trying to get you to go. I'm trying to get you to go with me. So when I ask, you come, and I go like this back and forth. I give, we take, I give, we take. We're going to create this energy together because this is how we win, guys. We share energy, opportunity, ideas. You guys with me? Say I in the chat. See? I. Okay, I'm calling you out because I want some love, you see? How many webinars you go to that aren't even live anymore? I'm live. I'm here. All right. So let's go into our first topic, which is attracting the right clients. Now, this is important because you might be thinking the following. My current clients don't need tax advisory. Maybe you're thinking, I don't have millionaire networks like you, David. That's what you're going to tell me. I don't have any rich people in my area. I live in a very poor area, right? The ones that I meet, dude, those are cheapos. They won't ever pay me. Anybody say me in the chat? Anybody believe this? Said this? Would believe this right now? Like, David, I wish I could get them to pay me $300. David, here's the deal. I said this for a long time. In fact, most of my clients, when I was doing tax advisor or when I was doing preparation, most of them never converted to tax advisory because I didn't want them. My current clients were not my future clients. And I want you to know that they are the path to getting to the next stage in life, in business. Okay. So look, where are all these 65.2 million clients hiding? Now, everybody tells me, David, nobody ever really needs this stuff. I'm like, look, let's be real. You can't tell me that everybody you've met, everybody you're going to meet, anybody you're ever going to know is not going to need tax advisory. The way I say it or see it is, if you drive down the street in any direction, you're eventually going to hit either very nice homes, very nice businesses, see very nice cars. You're eventually going to see people who are qualified advisory clients. And if you don't believe that you can get them, that's what this training is here for today. The challenge is I need you to believe that they're out there and that they will work with you if you know the formula I'm about to share with you today. So let's be real here. So how can we find them? Better yet, what if I showed you how they can find you? Because the 65 million people out there who need advisory, they're looking for someone to help them. I know that. They're looking for you or me or somebody. So let me show you how to attract them, okay? So the secret to this, here it is. The secret number one, stop promoting everything and start focusing on one thing. This is the secret, okay? I'm about to share with you this because this is what's going to open it up. And I want you to think about tax advisory, okay? So just put me in the chat. Do you offer more than one service? Like taxes, bookkeeping, payroll, insurance, consulting? How many do a lot? You know, when I was in business, we used to call it multi-servicios because I'm in Hispanic market, by the way. Most of you are probably as well. And we used to do everything. You know, I used to joke that the CVS down the street, it used to say CVS, like the pharmacy, and it said IMAS, right? IMAS, because it did so much, right? So I wanted to be the IMAS in tax services, right? Anybody feel me on this? But feel you, David? So I did all of these things, okay? I did all of these things. And here's what I learned. All of these services make you what I call a generalist. These are people, right? Generalists are people who truthfully can do anything, like a doctor. So you can think about your general doctor that you go to when you have a cold. That doctor can take care of a cold, can take care of diarrhea, they can take care of a sore, they can take care of a cut, they can take care of pretty much anything that's out there. And why is that? Because they generally can help you. Now, clients pay more when they see a specialist, like this specialist, right? When a specialist is in the picture, you pay more. A good example is according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, general medicine doctors get paid $229,000, whereas a cardiologist could get paid $680,000, 3 times more. Now, I have a question about this. Actually, here's a good question. In the chat, do you believe both of these doctors could treat the common cold? Like, do you feel like you could go to the doctor right now, either one of those doctors, and get the common cold taken care of? Yes or no? Right? Do you think they can? And I see some yeses. I see some yeses. And the truth is, yes. But why don't they both treat the common cold? Because one of them decided to be a specialist. And because they became a specialist, they get 3 times more. So how do you become the specialist? How do you become the specialist? You have to stop promoting everything and start focusing on one thing. Okay? You have to start focusing on which is tax advisory. See, when you focus on one thing, your business is going to take off like a freaking rocket. Okay? That one thing is going to take off like a freaking rocket. And I know that because guess what? I'm not saying it because I want you to stop offering everything. It's because I learned that when I started to market with the right message, people started to pay attention. And I'm going to give you an example of one in just a minute, but I want you to think about it this way. If you're struggling to get good clients right now, and you're like, man, all these clients are cheapos. All these clients don't want to pay me. All these clients, because people complain all the time. They always want me to do more. I get these complaints from tax professionals all the time. And I'm like, let me see your marketing. And they're like, oh, fastest refunds in town, big refunds, refund advances, right? Bookkeeping cleanup. Who has these problems? Who needs money like yesterday? Who needs their books cleaned? People who are disorganized, people who don't have a lot of money, people who are demanding, people who are entitled. These are people you're trying to attract because you're using messaging that speaks to that person. And when I say this to you, I want you to get something. It's because if you don't like your clients, it's typically because of what you're putting out into the world. If you say, I do income tax, that's probably speaking to the wrong person. So what I say is you start talking to advisory clients, right? And when you start talking to advisory clients by using the right messaging, you can still do all the same services you've done in the past, except what you really want to do, is you want to offer your services only exclusively to your tax advisory clients. See, the old way used to be this way. We do all this marketing. It doesn't matter if you pay for it or use free stuff. But whatever you market, and this is funny because I used to market all the time and I would put my business card out there and it had front and back stuff like notary, insurance, taxes, bookkeeping, payroll, credit repair. I had all this stuff on a business card. And when people come to me, I always have to so how can I help you? What can we do? The reason is because I never knew what they were coming to me for because I did so many things. I used to consider myself the Walmart. Now, what I did in 2020, it was actually 21 is when I made the shift. I said, I'm just going to talk about tax advisory. So I changed my card, tax advisor. I put my signs out, tax advisor, my social media page, tax advisor. And when people saw that, they would come to me with this, hey, what do you really do? I'm like, I help people save on taxes. How big is your tax bill? And then they would say, well, I'm just looking for somebody to file my taxes. And then I would say, that's great. I can file your taxes, but let's talk about your tax advisory first. They're like, what's that? What's where you owe taxes? Oh, I owe, 10,000. Perfect. Let's talk about that first before we do these tax advisory. Before we do your tax return, before we work on your bookkeeping. You see, what happens is, if you get the right person by the right message, you'll always get the right person. Does this make sense? Put make sense in the chat if this makes sense. Y'all following me? You tracking me? You just put makes sense if you got it. Okay, makes sense. Cool. All right, cool. If it makes sense, all right. So when you start signing up tax advisory clients using what I'm sharing with you here today, look, you won't ever look back. I mean that. When a client pays you $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, right? You're never going to want to stop this. Case in point, here's Carla. Carla is a bookkeeper and tax professional who came to us and said, David, I really need help. I want to get my bookkeeping clients and my tax preparation clients to another level with me. And then I want to go get new clients. I said, okay, come to my 2-day webinar. I brought her to a 2-day virtual event. I showed her this email that I'm showing with you here. And I said, email all your clients and let them know you can help them. What happened very quickly is that she converted a client who was just an ordinary bookkeeping client to a $39,000 per year tax advisory client using what I shared with her. So think about this. She takes a regular bookkeeping client, tax prep client to $39,000 a year. Who else wants that kind of results? Put 39K in the chat. Who else wants to make $39,000 per client, right? Per client. Look at that. Me, 39K. There you go. You guys like talking about money. I want you to make more money. And this is how we do it, okay? Now here, I'm going to give you something, a bonus, okay? I want you to take this post here. This is a bonus for you. Take this post and post it for me, okay? Right? Take this post and post it. Take this post and post it because this is about messaging and marketing. Messaging and marketing. Look, I'm on a mission to help 10 business owners save $35,000 plus in taxes this year. Who's ready to save big? By posting this on social media, you are going to get qualified people to respond to this. They're going to say, me, I need help. Now, there's going to be a few, if you're dealing with tax prep clients, they're going to be like, oh, I wish. There's going to be some of those, but don't worry about those people. Worry about the ones that say, I. And then shoot them a DM and schedule an appointment because these are the people that you want to talk to. Okay? This is a bonus for you. So, all right, now we talked about who you want to attract. Now let's go into the tax strategy shortcut. So before we get into the tax strategies, let's first tackle what's really most important here. What stops most people from taking action? What stops most? And then in chat, what's the one word that describes a reason why people will not take action? I know it, you know it. Yep, that's it. It's fear. See, fear holds us all back. Okay, fear of the unknown. I don't know what's going to happen, David. I don't know what's going to happen. See, maybe your fear is getting a client who asks you the tough questions and you don't know how to answer them. Maybe that's a fear. Maybe your fear is not knowing if you're giving the right advice or implementing the right way. Maybe that's a fear. So you're like, David, I want to do this, but I'm afraid that maybe I'm just not helping them. Like I'm not giving them the right advice, or if I'm doing it the right way. Well, anybody else feel like this, by the way? Because I felt like this for a long time. So maybe you're thinking, if I use the post that you just shared with me, David, and somebody said, I need help, I wouldn't know what to do. Maybe that's you. See, it's okay. You don't need to know everything about tax planning or advisory work or tax strategies to do this. See, you don't have to be this dude. There are 70,000 pages in the tax code. There's about 100 tax strategies that I can list out in that 70,000 pages. When I started, I didn't know any of these strategies, to be truthful. I didn't have a lot of knowledge, not a lot of experience. I didn't have that. You see, I had to figure it out. But here's what happens. Look, I want you to get this. I figured out tax strategies when people paid me. I never wanted to learn everything for the sake of learning everything. And I know there's some people out there that are like that. They're like, I just love learning and never use the information. But I don't want you to be that way. So here are a few strategies that I started with. Okay, hiring children, Augusta rule, 179 depreciation, contributions to retirement accounts, Schedule C to S Corp, use of a home office and income shifting. Does anybody put the number of strategies that you know on this, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 strategies here. Put the numbers that you know. Do you know all 7? Put number 7. Do you know 3? Do you know 4? Do you know 5? Do you know 1? How many do you know? Right? Do you know a bunch? Look at this. 6, 7, 5, 5, 4, okay, 7. Awesome. So you guys know a lot of strategies here. Okay, you knew more than me. Do you know these strategies? With these simple strategies, you can save your clients $5,000 to $35,000 a year. That's probably on the low end. Now, here's some examples. Now, I want you to type something in the chat for me before we continue. Type the word assessment. Assessment. I need you to write that word assessment real quick, okay? Assessment. Now, the reason you need to write this word is because I'm going to show you how to make real money by using this word called an assessment. Now, what I'm sharing on the screen right now is called an assessment. This is what we prepare for clients when we showcase how much money we can save them. So, this case, the tax liability was $96,000. We saved them $31,000. This is a tax savings assessment. This is another tax savings assessment where I showed a client who had $79,000 in taxes owed. We saved them $42,000. And if you're wondering what strategies we used the SEP IRA, the accountable plan, the Augusta rule, hiring kids. Accountable plan, income shifting to S Corp, hiring kids. Now, I know this can be overwhelming. You're like, how did they do that? What's that report? In fact, look here, check this out. You're probably wondering how we create these things right here. This is what you're looking. Here's what I want to show you. With your permission, if I can get your permission, would you guys like me to create one of these right here in front of you? Can I show you how to create one of these assessments? Yeah? Anybody? You have to say yes and I'll make it. Okay. I see a few yeses. Great. Okay. If you don't say yes, you can just kind of like get out of here because I don't know what you're here for. I want to help you. Okay. All right. So here's what I want. Before we show you this, I want you to get something. If you struggle with knowing what tax strategies to help your clients with, what I'm about to show you will solve that problem. If you're struggling with maybe you know the strategies, but you don't know how to execute, this will help you solve that problem. If you struggle with sharing with your clients what you've done and how they can pay you, please pay attention because this will solve that problem. What I'm about to share with you is a technology that we use every single day to help you grow your freaking business. So please pay attention, okay? Because this is going to change the game forever for you. So please pay attention, okay? Here we go. All right, so check it out. So I'm about to show you the coolest thing you're going to see today. I promise you that. Now, this is called Tax Maverick. Now, Tax Maverick is a tax planning software with AI functionality, which means artificial intelligence. It is going to help you build tax savings assessments with freaking ease. So I'm going to show you a demonstration. Now, I want you to know I've already created a profile, and I'll show you how to create one. If you just go here, you click new client, and you can create a profile. But to save us some time, I've already created a kind of a demo one where I'll go through, I'll show you how I did it just so it moves the process faster. But I want you to pay attention while I go through this on how easy this can be. So let's say you're new to tax advisory and you wanted to start this. So you log into Tax Maverick, you create a profile for your client, and then you're going to answer some simple questions. Now, we begin with this overview. Now, this has a lot of information currently. Normally, this would all be zeros because you haven't entered in any information. But in this case, I've already entered just a few pieces of information, which you'll see now. So when you start this process, you onboard a client, which means you're going to gather information. Now, if you'd like, you could do it one of two ways. They can email you or send you over those documents, and you could definitely upload them here. Also, we have a feature where once you upload, it actually scans the document like a 1040 or a 1120s, and it'll take the data off of those returns so you don't actually have to data enter anymore. But also, if your clients want to upload it themselves, once you create the profile, it'll send them a link and they can upload those documents and they'll appear here. Now, once you get that information, you would then go into creating the client details. Now, client details are very simple. Just like you would enter into a tax preparation software, you will enter in, of course, your name, date of birth, address, contact information. You would do the same for the spouse. You would also do the same for a child. Now, once you do that, you go to income. Now, income was entered in here, but I'll show you how I did it. He had a business, and it's a roofing company. I just will show you what I did. I typed in the name of the business, the type of industry, the type of status. In this case, it's sole proprietor because I saw it on Schedule C. The total gross, the total net. Now, these are guesstimations because you're in tax planning, you're guesstimating. You're not using past data. You're using past data to predict future. So this is it. And they had an EIN, so I did that. Now, his spouse works for a school district, so W-2, 75,000. I've entered that in, and you can see it here. I'll just edit it so you can see how easy it was. Then once I enter that information in, it'll populate this income, as you can see here. Next, I'll enter retirement information. So they have a retirement savings account, which has got 150,000. Then I went up here and I entered in real estate. They do have a lake house. They purchased for 350,000 back in January of 2023, and it's valued at 450,000 now. This could be used in the future for tax strategy, and they have a life insurance policy for $1 million. It's a term life, and we entered that in just in case this could be used as a tax strategy. So once we get this information, you can also enter in whole life and other properties as well. You go to a questionnaire. Now, the questionnaire is just really intended to get information in the future so you could help this client. There's wealth, there's tax optimization, there's investments, and then custom questions you can create. Now, none of this really will do anything to planning. It's really more so for information gathering, so you can do more for the client in the future. But once you're done gathering this information, you now create a tax plan. Now, you'll notice when I log in or when I hit this next tab, you'll see that there are numbers already populated for you. Now, we're focusing on tax year 2025 because that's where we're at today. Total income of 215,000. You'll also have a tax liability associated with it for 63,000, as you can see here. Now, our job is to get what it currently is here to zero, or to total tax savings to be equal, so that the total new liability is zero. Now, the cool thing is if you've never done this before, you're going to see something really cool. So here is what we call the AI functionality. This is called Goose. Now, Goose, look at that cool guy. Goose is your AI tool that you're going to use to help you build tax plans. So what happens is Goose has scanned the client's information and determined that they qualify or may qualify for these strategies. Now, what you'll do now is you'll apply these strategies to this client. Now, I'm not going to do them all for the sake of time, but I'm going to show you how easy this can be. So let's first go into income shifting to the S Corp. Now, all you're going to do here is you're going to enter in what company, in this case, ABC Roofing, and their net income for the year. So in this case, they had $210,000 in net income. So you just save that because that's what you're shifting. That's it. Now you've shifted it, and guess what? Now you have moved $50,000 in savings, $50,000 in savings to this client. Now, you can add another strategy like the Augusta rule. And if you don't know what the Augusta rule is, you could look and hover over here. It says $15,000 to $25,000 is what they recommend. You can also see it here as recommendations, because sometimes I get, hey, David, how much should I allocate to the Augusta rule? We can do as much as $25,000 in this case. Now, Once I allocate that, you'll also see here that they have now saved 56,000. And if I wanted to maybe hire the kids, you could click on hiring kids and it'll also tell you they got one child. So the total would be 14,600. So I'll put ABC Roofing, 14,600, and I will save this. Now, check it out. I have saved this client $59,904 with a remaining balance of $3,953, which means that's how much they're going to owe to the IRS after I work with them. Now, I still have two things. If they haven't done a cost segregation study or if they want to invest in oil and gas, these are strategies that are, by the way, they are timely, which means they can be done throughout the year. These strategies will change depending on the quarter, depending on the client's situation, income, and all those things. But it'll always recommend strategies, and as strategies get added or become available during the year, they get applied here. And all you do is you come back and add it. Now, you might be wondering, well, David, I know that these strategies exist and I don't really know how to execute them though. So this could be a challenge, right? So let's say hiring kids. Let's click on hiring kids here. Now, what you'll see here is you'll see that it all begins with the process, right? And the key elements. So you could describe if the client says, how do I pay my kids? Well, this is exactly the process. Now, if you wanted to know how to implement this, so in case you're like, David, I don't know where to start. Look, verify business entity, determine legal, right? Legitimate work, and then set a reasonable wage. And it has the step by step, including you can download exactly tutorials, guides, the cheat sheet, steps, IRS publications, everything you would need for every strategy. You'll see here too. Watch, check it out. Income shifting, same thing. Same thing here for, oh, we just did hiring children. Augusta rule, same thing. The lease agreements, how do you track the hours? What kind of parties, an agenda? Everything is here so you don't have to ask questions. Now, I want you to pay attention. Look, I just saved this client $59,000. Now, how do I present this to them? How do I show them the work that I just did? Well, here's where we go to the tax assessment. So once we click on tax assessment, you'll notice a few things. If you really pay attention, I want to show you something really cool. Check this out. First off, you can do it in English and Spanish. This is for 2025 year. But here is the tax assessment. Now, pay attention because I have actually created it without having to do very much work. Here is the actual tax assessment that you'll show to your client. Now, this thing is cool because you just download it up here at the top right. You can click on download. It'll download it for you. But what's more important here is that you have a document that you can share with your clients justifying why you have collected $2,500 and why what you're showing them means something to them. You would then say, hey, I would love to help you by executing these strategies. This is the implementation. Now, the cool thing is once you create this, you can actually create a PowerPoint presentation for the annual implementation for your clients. Now, this will generate a PowerPoint presentation based on the information from the assessment. It'll also help you charge. If you tell it how much you want to charge, it'll actually input the charges there as well. You can take payments through Tax Maverick. You can create PowerPoints through Tax Maverick. You can create assessments through Tax Maverick. All of this is done right here for you. Now, you can also put notes about your client. There's so much more I can go through, but here's the deal. I just created a tax assessment for you in less than 10 minutes. What do you think? Do you think this was hard? Do you feel like you could do this for your clients? And more importantly, does this give you the confidence and clarity on how to deliver on the promise once you get a client in front of you who says, yes, I need your help? Guys, let me know in the chat. What do you think about Tax Maverick? What do you guys think? Come on, talk to me. Was that easy? How easy was that? Anybody in the chat? Was that easy? Too easy. Too easy. Not bad. Not hard at all. Okay, good. Good. Look. Now you don't have to know all the strategies. You don't have to be this big strategy guru. This will help you. Now, who wants access to this thing? Does anybody want access to Tax Maverick? Say aye in the chat. Who wants access to it? All right. Okay, I. Can this be done for people who don't have businesses? Actually, it can for W-2 business owners, high income earners, investors. Oh, I talked about them all in the beginning. I want to give you access to Tax Maverick. I'll share with you at the end of this presentation how you can get it for free, okay? Completely free. So just continue on with me. Now, meet Jamie. Jamie is a bookkeeper. awesome, right? I met her and she says, David, I've been doing bookkeeping for years. I don't do taxes, but I want to help my clients in a deeper level. I said, I can help you, Jamie. So she comes to a 2-day virtual event that I have. I show her the secrets. She learns how to build a tax advisory business. In 2023, she made $400,000. In 2024, she made $1.1 million by adding tax advisory to her business. Guys, if you want to be like Jamie, where are my bookkeepers at? Who does bookkeeping? Who wants to be like Jamie, doubling their revenue in 1 year by offering tax advisory? If that's you, I got your back, okay? I got your back. I want you to get just like Jamie. Remember, I just showed you how to get the right clients with the right messaging, focusing on one thing. Then I showed you, well, you don't even need to know all the strategies. I got your back with software. Now let's talk about how to make more freaking money, okay? Here's the money formula. So, out of 5,000 tax professionals that I surveyed, 83% of them said, I get paid after I do the work. I call it the old way, right? In this industry, we usually do the taxes, then charge. We usually do the bookkeeping, then we charge. We do the work, then we charge. But here's the deal. What does that do? It impacts our business so negatively. We're always chasing money. Money isn't predictable. And in tax advisory, if you try to do it this way, like if you were to get access to Tax Maverick right now, and you were like, you know what? I'm going to do these free assessments for everyone. So you're going to go out and do all this free work and hope that one day you will get paid. See, we charge $2,500 for these, but I want you to do it up front. So after a few clients, you're going to realize that you need to get paid first. So I'm going to show you why not charging is unethical, okay? Why not charging is unethical. So I want to role play with you real quick. So imagine you're a doctor. You're the doctor. I'm a patient. I come in. I have a cough. You look at me up and down and you say, I know what's wrong. Take this pill. This will take care of everything for you. I say, great. So I take the pill. Now, later on that evening, I start feeling worse. I start throwing up. I'm not feeling good. So I call your office. Of course, you're already gone for the day, so nobody can help me. And it says, in an emergency, call 911 or go to the emergency room. So I go to the emergency room. Now, when I get to the emergency room, the doctor tells me, David, I have some bad news. You are having an allergic reaction to the pill that you took earlier today. I said, oh my gosh, how could the doctor do me wrong? So, what did the doctor do wrong? The doctor prescribed a pill to me too quickly. Number two, they did not get any more information about my medical history or know my background. So, I'm going to blame you, the doctor, for causing me harm. Okay, what should you have done? You should have asked me questions about my allergies. You should have looked at my medical history. You should have run labs and tests and x-rays. You should have gotten to know me better before you prescribed anything. Here's the deal. Most tax professionals prescribe everything to their clients. Client calls, hey, I want to start a new business, form an LLC. That's your advice. Hey, I want to file this, I want to do that, just do that, just do that. They just give advice away for totally free, randomly at all times, because there's two reasons. Number one, they don't want to lose their current clients. And number two, they want to look like a badass to new clients. So they just form an S corp, pay your kids, do these things. Yeah, buy a vehicle, Escalade, Denali, whatever. Do it, please do it. Like they just give advice and not thinking about the consequences. See, if you give advice to someone and they start a new company, a business, it's an S corp. You tell them to start an S corp. Guess what? If they don't make any money, they shouldn't have been an S corp. They have to do minimum payments or minimum required wages. They had to file an S corp return, which is an additional step. Like you cannot give advice to people without knowing everything about them. You see, what I've learned is as a tax preparer, you will give tons of free advice because you are just doing. You're just like, I hope they stay with me. I hope they keep coming back. I want to earn their business one day. A tax advisor says, hey, I would love to give you this type of advice, but the truth is I need to get to know you a little deeper. I need to know more about you. Because if I don't, I might hurt you. That's truthfully what you have to say to clients because you will. Bad advice can hurt people. So let me show you how you never do this again for free. Like I'm going to show you how you never work for free again. So imagine this. Guy calls you up, says, hey, I need help. I'm starting a new business. Help me out. You say, hey, wait a minute. Before I can help you, I need to know something. You're like, what? I need to know how much you owe in taxes. Oh, I owe $20,000 every year. Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like I can help you. What can you help me with? Well, let me see if I can help you save on your taxes. Well, how are you going to do that? Let me show you. This is what Tax Maverick does. So first things we're going to do, we're going to review the last 2 tax returns. And if they're your current clients and they owe that much money, good, we can help you with that. But it's always going to be new clients anyways. Like the truth is you're going to get new clients. They're going to want this. So new client, hey, let me look at the last 2 years of your tax returns. Then let me look at your current financials, either for your business or your W-2. Let me see how much money you're going to pay to the IRS. We forecast their liability. Then we use Tax Maverick. We apply all the strategies that they need to mitigate their taxes to zero. And then we prepare this beautiful assessment for them. To do all this, by the way, which will take you about 15 to 30 minutes inside of Tax Maverick, you will charge $2,497. This is what people pay to get their assessments done. Now, you're probably thinking no one will pay that. I thought the same thing back in 2020 until I met my first client who paid me $1,500 without me doing any work. There are people out there that will pay when they see the value. Number one. Number two, if you can help guarantee results, come on now. So look, these are invoices of people who paid me literally $24,997, so much money, right, to do this, because this is how you're going to get to 25K a week fast. You're going to help people with assessments, okay? Now, if you don't believe me, I made over $500,000 last year by offering assessments to our clients and new clients alone, but they were glad to pay that amount of money because I was going to save them thousands like this. 31,000 in savings, 42,000 in savings, and so much more. Hey, if I made a deal with you, just tell me yes or no in the chat. If I told you I could save you $25,000 in taxes and all you had to do is give me $2,500, would you do it? Yes or no? Yes, because the value, it's a no-brainer. It's like they can do it. Now, I want you to know something. The 25K, or the 2,500 rather, is just for giving advice. This isn't doing the work. You do the advice, this is the assessment. This is the lab. The dentist the other day, she really understood this process. To annual implement typically is about $12,500 a year. So that means for every client you work with, you're making about $15,000. See, when I was doing tax prep, I was making $250. Imagine getting a client to pay you $15,000. That is the world of advisory. And there are 65 million clients out there looking for somebody like you. Case in point, here's Asia. Asia came to me and said the same thing. David, I got these cheapo clients. I'm Houston, or you don't understand my market, David. I'm like, you need to do advisory. She says, you really think so? I invited her to a training just like you are here today. Within 2 weeks, she came to a virtual event that I was hosting. Within 2 weeks, she already made $17,000 in tax savings assessments and made an additional $29,000 implementation fees, totaling $46,000. Who else wants to make $46,000? Drop it in the chat. 46K. Who else wants that? 46K. Okay, 46K. There you go. Look at that, 46K. Cool. Look, I want to help you. I've already showed you that you can go get the clients. Now, you may have some questions about how to get clients, but I'm telling you, I showed you it's about messaging. Number two, I gave you the shortcuts, which are the strategies you can use. And number three, I've talked to you about how you charge. Let's talk about 1% of advisor habits. I'm going to list them all out here. So the top 1% of advisors make over $100,000 a month. How do they do it? They use direct messaging by saying who they want to help, not everyone. They qualify people before they do the work. They don't work for free. They create tax savings assessments like this every day to prepare for clients once they pay them. They use technology to leverage so they don't have to know all those strategies, because the truth is you can't know everything about everything. And then they go to step 5, which is to be continued. Now, today we spent a little over 60 minutes together, right? I don't want this to end, but got a question for you. Over the last 30 minutes, how do you feel right now? Over the last 60 minutes, how do you feel? Put in a chat, describe one word how you feel right now after hearing everything I'm sharing. One word. Motivated, inspired, excited. There you go. Fantastic. Beautiful. What a great word. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So would you like to keep this momentum going? Say yes in the chat. Who wants the momentum to keep going? Right? I want to work with you. Okay. But who wants this momentum to go? Look, we've only spent 60 minutes together. I want to invite you to go a little deeper with me. I want to go more hands-on with you. In order for us to really have an impact and show you how to grow your advisory business, we need to spend some more time together. But before I show you how to do that, I want you to do, let's be real. Some of you here today are thinking this isn't for me, and that's okay. Not everybody wants to grow their business. Not everybody wants to make 25K a week. Not everybody believes it's possible. I get it. But for those of you who are committed, for those of you who say, hey, like, I need to draw a line in the sand. I need to take care of my family. I need to deliver on the promises that I gave to them. I need to get out of the rat race. I need to get away from this desk. For those of you who are making that decision here today, I want to help you. For those of you who are ready to make a decision, I want to help you. And that's why I won't let you walk away from this event without having a reason to move forward. Okay? I want to help you grow in 2025. And in fact, what I'm willing to do here today, before I even show you our event, before I even tell you what we're going to do, I'm willing to make this promise to you. If you come to my next event, what I'm about to invite you to, it is going to be an investment. But that investment is going to be backed with my guarantee. Here's the guarantee. You come to it, and if you don't get everything I promised and so much more, I will refund you 100% of your investment. Like, I'll give you your money back. I don't need you to give me money. I want to help you grow your business. I've been working with Carlos and Vicente and the whole Latino Tax Pro team for years. I want to show you how to win. Who's with me? Drop 100% in the chat if you're cool with me giving your money back if what we promise here does not happen. Put 100% in the chat. And I want you to notate everybody who types in 100% so we can give them 100% guarantee if they get results, right, that we're going to get them the results. Okay? See, team, get them. Mark them all down because 100% is what I want to do. So, before I continue, I want you to know this. What I'm about to share with you, I'm backing with my word. If you come to our next event and you don't get everything I promised, I will give you your money back. So let me take all the risk. Let's get into step 5. I want to invite you to our 100K a month tax advisory virtual workshop. Now, this is a workshop designed to help you, but here's the deal. Let me actually just show you what it's all about. How about that?
This was insane. I've spent 10,000 before last year on a different program. And what you guys did in 2 days was way more than what I spent on that program.
Welcome to our 100K a month tax advisor workshop today. This is your freaking day. I promise you today, we're going to show you some of the most advanced but simple techniques you can grow your tax advisory business.
You know, after those 7 hours, I just felt like I had so much more confidence after that. So far, you over-delivered, man.
You made it through your first marketing session. Congratulations. You're not dead. You can do this. You're not too old. It's not too hard. It's not too techy.
We broke it down to 4 easy steps. For the first step is you're going to see the consult call. Second step is to assess. The third step is results. And the last one is execute.
I see 100Ks, right? I see some hearts in there as well. Great. That's what we're going to teach you today.
I would strongly and absolutely recommend this course to other professionals. If you want to gain visibility into the tools and the systems needed to scale your business, then this is the event to attend. I also like the fact that we got actual direct testimonies and confirmations that the processes do work. I also see that 100K per month is actually really attainable. So if you want to stay in this field, I strongly suggest that you attend and join the Maverick team.
What I want to show you is how do you get to this one, because this is the most important, which is scaling.
I want to talk to you today about the perfect sync, teams and systems driving success.
We guarantee results. In the chat, just curious, have we delivered so far? If you believe that, just put over delivered.
These guys delivered 150% more than they said they would, and I walk away from this boot camp with a world of knowledge that I thought I had, but I didn't really have it. So thanks to David, Ruth, Daniel, and George, it was absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much. Wonderful 2 days. Can't recommend it enough.
I wish you wealth. I wish you health. I wish you success. I wish you to go build your own economy. Thank you, guys. Exciting times. Who's ready? Say aye. Who wants to learn more about this upcoming event?
This was
Who's
insane.
ready? Whoa, she's ready. She's insane, right? Say aye in the chat. Look, many of you need a system to follow, like I did. Some of you need a mentor in your corner. Somebody needs somebody to show you the way. I want to give you that gift. I've been through mentorships. I've been through coaching programs. I've been through a lot of things in my career. And I'm so thankful for all the people who stepped up and told me, hey, I can help. And I listened and I followed. And I want to give you the same opportunity here. I want to help you grow your business. Over those 2 days, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the secrets. I'm going to handhold you. I'm going to show you exactly what it's going to take in order for you to get to the 100K a month. In fact, I'm going to give you the secrets that I've used to build over $20 million in revenue in this industry in just the last 3 years alone. So today, I want to invite you to day one. Day one is all about how to get new customers. So maybe you struggle with marketing. Maybe you're not a marketer. Okay, that's fine. Neither am I. But who do you want to find? So we're going to help you determine who you're looking for. What customers are ideal for you? What do you say to get those customers? What messaging do you use? What technology or social media are you going to use? Are you going to use email? Are you going to use, and we talk about all of it, and not only what you could use, but what to do. So you don't have to be confused, because so many people give you opinions. Oh, do this, do that, go here, go there. We're going to give you the exact formula to go get a new business without having to spend money on paid advertisement, without having to go and spend money with Mark Zuckerberg or whatever you're going to do. Don't do any of that. No gurus, none of that. I want you to come to this event and learn how to find new customers. Now, once you find them and they say, hey, I want some help, we're going to show you how to convert those clients into paying clients. We're going to show you how to offer the assessments that I just talked about. But here's the coolest part. We're going to role play so you can actually see what to say, who to say it to. You can watch a real role play right live in the room. You get to see it. Then we're going to show you how to onboard and what documents you're going to request and how you're going to use those documents to create an actual tax plan. So we're going to build a tax plan or a tax assessment right in front of you so you can see how to build it. In addition to that, on day two, we're going to show you how to implement and deliver on the promise. In the morning, I'll be talking about how to build an annual program which you can offer to your clients at high ticket numbers, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 programs, what that looks like. And then if they say yes, or how to get them to say yes, then once they say yes, what do you do for them throughout the year? We're going to cover that as well. I'll teach the 4 real estate tax strategies that get you success so you can talk to your customers about real estate investing or even yourself. And we'll wrap up the day with delivering on your promise for the entire year, plus all the engagement, the Q&A sessions, meeting other like-minded people. It is a cool event, and you get 2 days with me and the team. Plus, I'm going to give you a live stream it. It's all from your office, recorded presentation slides, transcribed and summarized. You get lifetime access to the recordings, plus this $20 million playbook. This playbook is exactly what you're going to need to be able to grow your business. We're going to give you this playbook completely free and included. So you want to get access to that. So how much is a ticket to this event, right? How much is it? Normally a ticket to this event is about $1,900. $1,997. Now, I know that's a lot of money, and I've talked to Carlos and Vicente, and I said, hey guys, we got to do something special for the Latino Tax Group. So because you're here today, I want to give you something incredibly special. Our upcoming event happens March 18th and 19th, just a few short days away. At this event, it's 2 full days with me and the team. It's recorded. You get lifetime recording. If you want to join us for this event, it is normally $1,997. For those of you who take action, you type the code Latino Tax Pros LTP 1K and get $1,000 off, and this will come out to $997. Now, Vicente and Carlos said I have to do something even more special for you guys. So not only are you going to get $1,000 off, I want to do something even more special. So I'm backing it up with a money back guarantee. So in case you don't get everything out of this event that I promised, I will give you your money back. Not a worry. But here's what I want you to do. First bonus, I'm going to help you get your first 5 clients. In fact, I'm going to send you over a training today on how to talk to advisory clients. Not only am I going to show you what to post on social media, how to email those clients, referral and networking strategies you can use. You see, James used it and made $2,900. Alana did it and made $2,400. Greg made $17,000. Mom made $12,000, and so on and so forth. Okay, people make money using this. Okay, bonus number 2. I want to give you something we talked about, Tax Maverick. So if you went to taxmaverick.com, you could get access to Tax Maverick for $297 a month. Not today. If you grab a ticket to our 2-day virtual event, I will give you Tax Maverick for 12 freaking months, completely complimentary, included. You get Tax Maverick for the entire year. Some of you guys are paying so much money for software. Don't pay for software this year. Let us give it to you for free. All you have to do is grab a ticket to our 2-day virtual event. Okay, now I can go on and on with success stories of people who are using Tax Maverick, but let's continue. Another bonus I want to give you is power user training. If you're like me, maybe you're somebody who's not techie. Anybody in the chat? Not tech guy, tech gal? I'm not techie. My team and I want to make sure you know how to use Tax Maverick. So we'll hop on a call. We'll make sure you understand it. We're going to give you exclusive training to show you how to use Tax Maverick so you can win. Okay. So offer will expire at the end of this training, by the way. So if you're thinking, I got to think about it, all these bonuses will be gone once this training is over, but I want you to take action. Look, Deanna took action, made $2,900. Marlene took action, she made $14,497. Tad took action, made $10K. Darla took action, made $22K. How about Tim, who made $2,900? How about Jim, who made $5,000? How about Stephanie, who made $2,500? How about Tim, who made $64.91. How about Edson, who made $29,000? Or how about Stephanie, who made $3,500? Or Zach, who made $20,000? All of these guys did this right after they came to our 2-day virtual event. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level and get all of these exclusive bonuses specific to the Latino Tax Group, I want to give this to you today. In the chat, you can drop your questions, but while I tell you what you're going to get, okay, drop your questions. And congratulations, Maria. Thank you for taking action. Thank you so much. Excited to have you at our 2-day virtual event. Here's the deal. You're going to get 2 days with me and my team. 2 days with me and my team. Virtual event, okay? Spending 2 days. I'm going to give you the recordings in case you can't make both days. It's lifetime access, transcribe. In addition to that, I'm giving you this playbook that's worth over $20 million. In addition to that, I'm going to give you the first 5 client training. I want to help you get that trained and go make money today. So you're going to get access to that in your email right away. So make sure you look into your email right away. Congrats, Lily. Congrats. You want to make sure you check your email because I'm sending that over to you right now, Lily. In addition to that, I'm going to give you access to Tax Maverick for an entire year, 12-month access to Tax Maverick. You don't want to miss that. It's usually $3,500 to get access to Tax Maverick. I'm giving it to you completely free. Power user training. So in case you don't know how to use it, we're going to show you how to use it. And it's all backed by a money back guarantee. $6,300 worth of value. Use the code LTP LTP1K to get $1,000 off. It's only $997. If you are going to make an investment in your business this year, this is the one to make because you're going to get the biggest freaking results. And if you don't, I guarantee it. Take a screenshot of this so you can at least know where to ask for the refund. Why don't we hear from somebody who attended one of our events?
I've been in business for 5 years. I prepared taxes probably since my early 20s. I kind of always knew there was like something more to the tax preparation side, but I thought you had to do all the designations. But I met you guys at Latino Tax Fest this past summer, and I joined actually the boot camp that you did in July. I was kind of ready to just go. I needed to know how to do it, and I needed somebody to show me. And as I listened to y'all and saw your success, then it made me want to sign up and do it. And so I just joined. I would just say, just do it. Like, it's going to be scary, but do it because the course is going to help you. Like, there's so much support. You get on the calls, like there's weekly calls that we get on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And just being in that environment, listening, you're going to learn from other people, like the struggles they're going through, and you're going to learn as you're going. And just the vibe of David's whole team, like everybody like is so encouraging, and it just builds your confidence. It's just, even just being in the environment is going to help you so much. I sold them at $2,500, all of them. And then I was like, I'm just going to get froggy. And I sold one at $3,500. It was just one of my bookkeeping clients. I just reached out to him, which I kind of had been telling him as I was doing the onboarding that I was, starting a new service. And so I was kind of just dropping hints as I was finishing all the tax returns and doing everything. And so once we completed the tax return, I kind of just reached out to him and I was like, hey, are you ready to do the tax assessment? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's, sign me up. And he was like, so easy. And actually, they've all been kind of that easy because I feel like as we were going and I was tying up the work with them, that I was kind of dropping the hints. And so whenever I was done with the tax return or they would call me, I would answer whatever questions they had. And I'm like, okay, it's the end of the year. Do you want to do that tax assessment so we can, implement some stuff before the tax year's over? And they're like, yeah, if you're on the fence about it, I do it. Like, you're not going to regret it. I really, really encourage you guys to take action and do the thing. Like, if you join the program, fulfill it, like do all the things. And if you're on the fence, join it because you're not going to regret it. Like, if you're looking to make more money, don't go add like a bunch of other services. Just do this service and scale your business.
Stephanie, I met her at Latino Tax Fest last year, guys. Think about that. Okay, so you want to hear about our tax software? How about from Joel?
Hi, my name is Joel Chakadama. I am so excited. I can't even stop smiling. I have been doing taxes for the past 15 years and charging my customers up to $500 for individual tax return. And let me tell you, at times to just collect that $500, it was a hassle. But all of a sudden, I just stumbled onto a gold mine. I joined Tax Maverick, and that changed everything. My first 3 clients that I signed up, they paid me $11,000 just in 1 week. $11,000. My first 3 clients, and I am so excited. I can't wait, and this is beyond any imagination. 3 clients, 11,000 in just 1 week. I am so excited. Thank you, Tax Maverick.
So if you want to grow your business, we move fast. So Lily, congratulations. Ethan, congratulations. Maria, congratulations. We're looking forward to having you. We also, I see you guys. Congratulations, everybody who's taking action. You're getting 1,000 off today. Crazy deal. I'm telling you guys. Now, you're going to be added to a few things. So today, you're going to get an email with the 5-client training. Tomorrow, my team will reach out to you to schedule an assessment to make sure you got everything that we promised. In addition to that, you're going to get 2 trainings sessions every single week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, live every Tuesday and Thursday for the entire year. We're talking about tax strategies that you can use, and make sure we got everything sent to you immediately. Now, your future of this industry is growing, guys, up to $97 billion by 2031. This is going to shift. And what I want to do is I want to help you build your business that you can grow with. The best way to grow is to find somebody who can help you take the step up. That's who we want to be. We want to help you grow your business this year. Please, if you have questions, drop them in the chat. I want to let you guys take in all this information. Let me go to the chat questions. If you guys have questions, and Vicente, I don't know if there's any online.
Hey, David. Yeah, definitely. Let me go through that. I know that we've getting a lot of engagement as well. So at this point, as David mentioned, it was a lot of great information. Definitely, I think it's something that somebody that is looking into expanding and growing their business, and that's been the theme since last year for Latino Tax Fest and Latino Tax Pro in general, the year of growth. And this year we're introducing more year of opportunities, which kind of ties in perfectly with what you're doing, David, bringing this opportunity for everybody that's looking into growing and scaling their business. This is definitely one of those great opportunities. Latino Tax Pro. The common question is, how much is this going to cost me? How much is this? Our reply has always been, this is an investment, not a cost.
Yeah. Well, great. I see a question in here. Thank you, Vicente. It says, does this do tax prep? No, this is not a tax preparation software. This is designed for tax advisory. So it's about tax savings assessments. If you've never done this before, you can absolutely start with advisory. This is the best way to do it, is to have somebody who's done it before show you the way. And that's my team and I are going to do that at this 2-day live event. Are the strategies good for 24 or 25? Absolutely. In fact, our strategies will apply to prior year and current year. Now, to be very honest, finding prior year strategies is hard now that the year's over, but there is a way for you to do that, okay? I want you guys to know that there is an opportunity to help a lot of people, 65 million people to be exact. And I want you to be one of the persons that helps them. Let's be part of the 1%. Let me see here. Oh, do we have any more questions here? Let's see. Help, I purchased and my account was charged twice, but I got a warning that my account won't let me purchase. Erica, can you do me a favor? If we did, we're definitely going to credit right back to you, but can you do me a favor and put your phone number direct to the host here? My team will give you a call right now and make sure we get that taken care of. Thank you, Erica. Ethan, congratulations. Ava, congratulations. Lily, congratulations. Maria, congratulations. Hey, if you're here today and you have questions, put them in the chat, okay? There you go. Erica, we got you, okay? Thank you so much for enrolling in our 2-day upcoming event. Check out your emails for events@taxmaverick.com, okay? Put your emails, events@taxmavericks.com. Maybe we met some of you at Latino Tax Fest last year. We were a big part of that. If you guys are going, man, it's going to be an incredible event. As always, Vicente always puts on good shows. We like to give credit. We give credit to Carlos, but it's all Vicente. Y'all know that, right?
No, it's a team. It's a team effort. We're at this time where we're planning, we're getting everything ready. The fest is about 4 days away from today, so that's gonna be June 16th through the 19th. And you guys are gonna be there. So
Yeah.
if you've seen David around his social media posts, I know I've been getting some of your stuff. Definitely stop by and say hi to David.
All right.
I believe you're gonna have a break room again, right, David?
Yeah, man, we're going
Yeah.
all out, man. We got you guys. We're gonna meet you guys at Latino Tax Fest. I mean, I would just tell you guys, it's an incredible event. You've never been to it, you should be. And if you are gonna be there, come by our booth. Come check us out. We'd love to connect, man. These guys know how to put on an event. The mariachis, the food, the pool party. What else you got, Vicente? What Vicente is gonna do like a dance off. I heard he's gonna break dance this year.
Actually, we do have something a little bit. Well, I would say more salsa dancing than than break dancing. I don't know. Maybe I'll copy some moves from the Olympics. I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
Shalimar, hold on. Shalimar says Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we have trainings on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Shalimar. You got to check them out. So once you get access to Tax Maverick, you'll be invited to our weekly workshops. Now we have 2 workshops every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, that break down tax strategy and building tax assessments. So if you always wanted to learn about tax strategy, come into a group. There's usually a large group, usually 100 or more tax advisors who are aspiring, who want to add value to their clients, and we teach them how to do it. So you definitely don't want to miss that. All
Yeah,
right.
definitely. I don't see any other questions. You've had a lot of great comments, people tuning in from Texas, from California, Michigan,
Perfect.
Texas again, Brownsville, Texas. So we had a lot of great connection and engagement. Thank you everybody for tuning in, especially right now during tax season. It's also a great way. What did you say? This would be a great time to implement this as well because they're going to be dealing with a lot of tax business. March 15th is
Yeah.
S corporations. They're due.
Yeah, what's interesting is that so right now people would think, well, we'll wait till after tax season to offer advisory. The truth is that people right now are filing their extensions. People right now are thinking about how they're going to get away from this bill. Now, maybe you can't get rid of their last bill, but you definitely can get rid of their next bill. And that's why it's so problem aware. And I remember, Vicente, when I was in the tax prep business only, I used to always put things off till after April. And what I realized is after April, I'm on vacation. After April, they're on vacation. After April, nobody wants to pay attention to this stuff. And so you're going to struggle to get new clients. I kind of equate it to like a wave, right? If you went out to the beach and you saw a wave and you wanted to surf, even though I'm not a surfer, but I would just tell you that this is what I would see. You want to get on the wave when it's going up, not when it's already crashed. Right. And so May is already crashed. April 16th already crashed. You've got to catch the wave as it goes up. So I'd encourage anybody who's even considering this to think about doing this right now. There's never been a better time of year to take advantage of tax advisory. Congratulations, Erica, Lynette. Congratulations. Check your email, guys. You'll be getting an email, and you can use the code LTP1K off or 1K to get $1,000.
Yeah, definitely. I put this link as well in our social media platforms for anybody that would like to take advantage of this offer that David and his team has. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to submit them right now as we're wrapping up our webinar. It was a lot of great information, David. Looking forward to seeing that as well live at the fest in one of the break rooms. That'll be amazing to be a part of. And if you are going to be at the fest and you want to ask these questions personally to David and the team, they will be out there.
Let's do it, man. So
yeah, this is great.
So I see Yavida, I got Nancy, Lynette, congrats, Ivan. I see Erica a few times, Edgardo, Delia, Cynthia, Clarissa, Aralia, I can't say that really fast, Aralia, Angelica. If you guys have questions, drop them in the chat, guys. If you don't, it's okay. Like I mentioned, if you're not ready to do this, what I would say, there's never been a better time. If you have any any interest in offering tax advisory, this would be the best time. And you're getting this at an incredible deal. You get the access to the software for the entire year. You get access to me and my team for 2 full days. You get access to the first 5 client training, which will be emailed to you today. You'll get power user training in case you're not good with software. Me and my team will help you, all backed by a money back guarantee. So there's no risk. I'm taking it all. Make sure I deliver. $997. All you have to do is use the code LTP1K. That's all
Awesome.
I got.
Awesome, David. Thank you. Well, as we're wrapping up this presentation, again, this was really great. I think it's a great opportunity for anybody that's looking into scaling their business. And if you have any other questions, this webinar is recorded and will be in our Facebook page. If you want to reach out or want the link directly emailed to you, let me know. Just comment it in the comment section. DM me the link or send us a quick email to info@latinotaxpro.com, and I'll be more than happy to send you this information. David, any last remarks as we're heading out and stepping into the rest of the day?
I want you guys to know that it is an amazing Natalie or Yarida. Thank you. Yes, get Yarida the link, please, guys. I want you guys to know something. During tax season, it gets overwhelming. I know you've got a lot of things that you could be doing right now. I want to thank you for spending the few minutes you did here today with me and Vicente and the rest of us. Your time is valuable, and I'm so grateful you gave it to us today. So if there's any way we can serve you, please just click on the link, let us know. There's also a number there. You can give us a call. If you want to call, drop call in the chat. We'll leave the chat open for just a few more minutes, but thank you, Vicente. Thank you, Latino Tax Pros. You guys are amazing. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the fest.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you again, like David mentioned. Thank you for spending some time with us here, learning how to implement a new solution into your office and make more money, as well as help your clients save money. With this, we're going to wrap up. Thank you, and join us in our next webinar. David, thank you for the information, and your team that also is on the background working diligently and making sure we get this information out. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Guys. Thank you, my man.